Hello there, welcome into the latest edition of the SAU Football Coaches Show. I'm Daniel Gallegos, joined alongside Head Football Coach Bill Keopple. And Coach, getting towards the end of the year. The end of the year is in sight, but obviously still a lot of football to be played. We'll go ahead and we'll take a step back to last week. A big showdown in Arkadelphia, two good football teams going at it. Your team and Henderson State. The Reddies go about their business in a much different way than what they had in years past, especially in terms of quarterback play and offensive explosion. Yeah. But that being said, I thought your defense played very well throughout the entirety of the game. Also did some great things on offense, ate up some time of possession. The end of the game obviously is where the disappointment lies. Had a chance for the win, couldn't quite just hold on there. Talk a little bit about that game as a whole.
Well, obviously, like you said, great college football game. I mean, obviously, at some point, these great college football games, you want to be on the winning end of them, and we were the week before. Just another hard-fought, conference game against a team that's been a conference champion here in recent years a couple times, and just couldn't have been a more disappointing ending. Obviously there's a lot of scenarios that could have played out in that game. I mean, you go back and look at us in the first half, and we gave them a couple gifts with the mishap on the punt, and them getting the ball on the 7-yard line with the kickoff return. But they gave us one. They gave us one with the fumbled punt, and we capitalized off on it. And so those were a lot of back and forth scenarios there. You feel like walking into halftime, we gave them 10 points, but we're still ahead. We feel good about it. We come back, play back and forth, very tough. Hard-fought second half, and comes down to a situation where we're called for fumbling a pass completion, and they pick it up and run it inside our 10-yard line, and you get the play reviewed by the officials and say 100% shouldn't have been a catch, and. But there's nothing you can do about that. Our defense went out and played and stopped them, had a great goal line stand. You're thinking at that point, to win championships, you got to have goal line stands, and we had ours right there. Tried to move the ball out offensively, tough sledding. They were one of the best defenses in the league, hands down. And we had to punt, and they got the ball back. They're moving again. Quan Warren steps in front of one, intercepts it, takes it down deep into their territory. You think, man, we're in great shape here. Look up at the clock, man. There's just a few minutes left. We're trying to run the clock out. They're using their timeouts up. We get a first down. We got to get one more. And we're knocking on the door down there. And we get to a third and long situation. We run for 8 yards, and now it puts us in a 4th and 2 situation. Do we kick, or do we go for it and end the game right there? That's the big question. I mean, everybody has that answer. Yeah, it's easy to answer that right now. Yeah, kick it. I'll kick it. I mean, I'm saying kick it now. But, at the time, we're on the 7-yard line. We got to get to the 5. We make 2 yards, game over. We kick it. There's no guarantee. We make it. We have to kick off. They still got time to go score like they did. They got to go for 2. Yeah, they got to make 2. Then you can play overtime. A lot of scenarios. I don't have that crystal ball. I don't have that answer. I just felt at the time offensively, we had the momentum. We need 2 yards. By gosh, we're going to get it. Now, going back, I'd like to call a few different plays right there. I would have. I've thought through this 1,000 times. We should have ran the play. We ran the one before we made our 8 yards on. Well, okay. We ran it on second down during that series too and got nothing. It's football. I mean, it's decisions and in tight situations. The negative for us in that situation is we had no timeouts left. That was bad, and we took a couple timeouts that are probably pretty questionable. One when we were backed up, probably shouldn't have took it and took the 1-yard penalty, put the ball in the end zone, try to snap it basically, and then one we're trying to tie a shoe out there and we have to call a timeout. I mean, a lot of scenarios go through. I still thought, go for it. I told the team after the game Sunday, I told them, I said I'd still go for it again. I mean, I really would. I'd have called a different play. One thing looking back, hindsight's 20/20. I mean, after the first down, maybe we should have spread it. Who knows? You know, those are all the questions you ask, and what beats yourself up as a coach. Nobody has more invested in this than the coaching staff. Nobody. Players, I mean, nobody has more invested. I mean, our jobs are on the line for this. Players are more resilient. They can get over it. Yeah, they got a lot invested. Our seniors have a lot invested. You know, we had an opportunity to put ourselves in first place. A lot of ifs, ands, and buts right there. But, you know, still, they're 94 yards away. You think you can hold them. We had held them 5 times that day, and it wasn't a big. I mean, I know Coach Lawson's beat himself up over calls he wished he would have made in situations. Players have beat themselves up over situations where they thought they should have made a play. I mean, that's college football. It was a great game. Didn't go our way. We got to use it as a learning experience, as bad as that may be and sound. You just got to do it and move forward and grit your teeth and play on. I mean, we're still a good football team. It's like I told them again Sunday. I mean, if we don't win these last 3, that didn't matter. It's really going to sting if we take care of business and win these last 3. But winning these last 3 puts us in a situation. You're an 8-3 football team, and you're in a situation where you can go to a bowl game possibly. Those are all good scenarios for me in this program moving forward, because we're a young football team. So that's my take on it. Daniel, I don't know good or bad. I mean, I know there's a lot of people that disagree with some of the calls we've made in situations, but get down on the sideline and make that call. You know, yesterday we were out there working for this week. I mean, we put our field goal team on the sideline, and with 15 seconds get out there and get it, and we can barely get it off. So that gives you 10 seconds to make that call. 10 seconds. Yeah, we could have taken it to the delay game, move it back. You know, it's over. It's over. It's behind you. It's one you're going to have to live with the rest of your life. Yeah, I'm going to have to think about the Reddies and the Bisons and the Wonder Boys for a whole year. So that's coaching.
Spinning things forward, you've got a big road game at Southeastern Oklahoma this week. Another good team who's played some very close games. They've come out on the short end of a couple of them. They took Harding to 4 overtimes. They played Henderson and Washita at the beginning of the year. Nearly knocked off those 2 teams. So obviously it's a team that's right there. They feel that they can compete with anybody. Go ahead and just preview a little bit of that matchup playing at their place. The last few years against Southeastern Oklahoma, they've been some close games, including kind of a little bit of what we felt last week. They were given to at the very beginning of last year with the touchdown on the last second.
Yeah, you go down to the last 3 games here. I mean, we completed one in the end zone on the last play of the game last year. In that lightning delay game that lasted about 6 hours, and you know that was, they experienced just what we experienced last weekend, and then 2 years ago we go over there, we score 50 points and we get beat 56-50, and then the time before that they were here, they scored in the last few seconds of that game to beat us. So I mean, if you go over there expecting anything less than just a dogfight down to the wire, I mean, you're kidding yourself. I mean, we've got to have a lot of respect for this football team going in, and you know, their team coming out of last year, they played in the Live United Bowl. I mean, and boy, they new coach, new enthusiasm, good year, just went to a bowl game. Let's take the next step. Well, they're 3-5 right now, so right now they're not feeling very good about themselves, and they're fighting. They're fighting to get themselves up above 500. So I mean, we're going to go in there and expect their best shot. I mean, but take their best shot from them. Hopefully, our football team will be up to the task. You know, it is a little concerning that you can't get over the pass. You got to quit looking in the rearview mirror, and you got to move forward, like Washita did last week. I mean, they were still upset about our game of us beating them over in the Murphy USA Classic, and they squeak one out against UAM 20-17 at their place, and you know, so that's what we're hoping doesn't happen to us. I mean, we're hoping our team can put it behind us to show us a lot about the character of our football team. It's going to be a tough, hard-fought game. You can take about the top 7 or 8 teams in our league and put us in a hat and shake it up, and anybody could fall out as a winner on any given Saturday right now. There's no clear cut. This team's way better than the rest of them. There's not that this year. It's a very there's a lot of parity in our league.
Appreciate it very much for your time again. That's head football coach Bill Keopple. He and his Mule Riders are traveling to Durant, Oklahoma this weekend to take on Southeastern Oklahoma State. Again, that kickoff is 2 p.m. this Saturday. Be sure to check MuleRiderAthletics.com for all your pre- and post-game coverage, Coach. Appreciate it and best of luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it.